Good morning and welcome to another weekly blend from Roofer's Coffee Shop. I'm Heidi Ellsworth.
And I'm Karen Edwards.
And we're here to talk about the scoop. What's happening in the roofing industry, where we've been, where we're going, what's coming up on the site. So Karen, we saw each other last week and we actually broadcasted live after the RT3 meeting, which was amazing.
It was, yeah, it was we had some very good conversations at JABA. And we are looking forward to continuing those conversations over the next few weeks and at SRS distribution prior to the IRE in March.
And then just for any of you out there who maybe you're thinking about getting involved with the roofing technology think tank, we're also going to be in May visiting for a live meetup Oracle and the Oracle Innovation Labs. And so Google it. It is pretty dang amazing. Great technology for the roofing industry. So that's on the horizon too.
It is. And check out RT3 Think Tank's social media. We posted some pictures and stuff from there. So it's a sneak peek of what's to come.
Yeah, it's going to be great. Right after that, I was at the NRCA fall meetings, and so was James Ellsworth. So I have to tell you, Karen, it was amazing.
Yeah. And so just out of curiosity, because I've never been to those meetings, if I'm a contractor, I belong to NRCA. One, can I get involved? Yeah. And two, what do you talk about for 2 or 3 days?
I know. You kind of wonder, but there is so much that goes on. So first of all, yes, as a contractor, first of all, all of your great benefits that you have with the NRCA, whether that's training, legal support, what they're doing with Skills USA and workforce development and pro certification. So what that are all benefits that the contractors get. And so someone has to kind of be working on all these initiatives, right? And so that's what contractors who volunteer go onto the NRCA board, and then they have all these committee meetings during the week, and that's where pro certification came from. That's where all the training feedback, so that it's really from contractors, so that it works within the industry. And then of course, roofing day and all the advocacy with Roof Pack. If you're interested in getting involved, all you need to do is actually reach out to us and we'll throw your name in there, or just call the NRCA and say, hey, I want to get more involved. They love to hear from contractors, and you may not be right away, but you will get put onto committees and you will start getting to be involved in that. Roofers Coffee Shop is a one voice member, which we're very proud of. And so because of that, James and I are on committees. So I'm on the CTE committee, Karen, and you would love this. It's all about getting future workforce into roofing.
Yeah. And didn't NRCA just partner with Skills USA, which has been focusing on the trades, but not necessarily roofing, right?
Right. So Skills USA, for those you don't know, this is a major competition that is across all the vocational schools across the country. And every year, it's this year, June in Atlanta, all these high school and community college age students come into and they compete to build houses. There's cosmetology, there's culinary and construction. Obviously, roofing's never been a part of it. So for the first time this June, we are going to have roofing demos. And so for the next 3 years, we will have students coming from states across the country coming in, basically doing a roofing competition, but it's going to be called demos until it's established, and then it'll become a normal competition. And so we have contractors throughout the states who are working with their vocational schools to bring young people up to be able to compete in this. And I can tell you, Sherry Miles has a team out of Virginia. Wendy Marvin's working on a team out of Washington. There's so many contractors that are working on this. And so stay tuned, because Karen, I think we might try to attend that and bring a little bit of that information back, because first ever roofing demos at Skills USA.
Yeah. And you know what, that's a great segue, Heidi, into the Roofing Alliance student competition, because that's going to take place at the IRE, and that is university level construction management students focusing on a roofing project. And the roofing project this year is in Dallas, and it's Globe Life Field, which we actually toured in 2020, just before everything blew up, which is really cool because it has a retractable roof. And that's one of the most interesting and coolest things to do at IRE, is to attend the student competition. And speaking of the Roofing Alliance, last week, they gave out their annual Bennett Award. Heidi, tell me
Yes.
about that. You were there.
Dr. Deval Gajar won it. I was teary. It was so awesome. And so this is, all part of, Karen, what you asked about the questions, like, what do we do for a whole week at NRCA fall meetings? Well, we have committee meetings on the student competition where we're working with universities across to put all that together. Well, they also have, the Roofing Alliance has meetings with Deval, who has put together a 3-part roofing course at Clemson University with now a certificate of completion. And so he has just been back behind doing things that have just brought the roofing industry up so high. He's just an amazing. So read about it on the press release came out. It's on Roofers Coffee Shop. And also, if you are working with a university in your area with the construction management, those 3 classes are free to that university to bring it in there. And so, but it needs to be brought in by contractors. We're working with them. So yeah, there's so much that goes on during that week. It's incredible. And we didn't even talk about, James was on all the governance committees, the roof pack committee, the roofing day committee. So it's just, there's so much that happens at the NRCA and the Roofing Alliance that people just don't even know about. So, but we track it. It's all in the directories. It's all in our articles. So please stay tuned. We want everybody to be involved.
Now, we've talked a lot about education, right? So that's a really good segue into an upcoming educational opportunity that we have from our friends at Vinci.
Yes, the RLW, it is going to be on installing in cold weather. We're going to have some experts there on roofing contractors who have been installing Vinci, but also talking about snow guards, how to work in snowy climates. It's going to be great. I mean, they always bring so much great education. Along the same lines, we also have our Lunch and Learn coming out this month on ventilation, and that's from our friends at Certainteed.
Yeah, that's going to be fantastic, because ventilation, that's a tough topic sometimes to wrap your brain around. But they've done a good job. Such a
great job. Yeah, it's really great. Be sure to take a picture as you're watching it so we can pick a lucky contractor to send lunch to.
Lunch on us.
Lunch on us. Coffee Conversations, December 1st, and that is going to be a season of giving. So Trent Cotney is back again with some of the top foundations, including the Roofing Alliance, Florida, Chicago, and the Davis out of Western states. And they're talking about what these foundations are doing for the industry. So just like we talked today, they're going to be talking about that at Coffee Conversations. Also, Trent Cotney will match any donations that go to those foundations on that day. Wow.
Yeah, up to $2,500 per foundation.
I know, it's
amazing.
He's so generous. So yeah, we got so much. And next week,
Karen, Thanksgiving.
What are you doing next week?
I'm going to be eating some turkey.
We're going to be taking a break from the weekly blend next week because we just want to have some time with our families. We know you guys are all going to be there, but I tell you what, the coffee shop never takes a break. So those articles will be coming out every single day. So be sure to be checking us out, take some of that couch time and check out the social media that Karen does such a great job on.
Oh, yeah. And just visit our newsroom too, because we always have some great articles on there. And, we were speaking of Trent, he's with Adams and Reese. And we just published an article about the employee retention credit, because there have been some changes to the CARE Act. So you need to read that article. It's really important to understand what your business is eligible to receive.
Yeah, and there's some risk with it too. So be sure you really take your time to make sure that money, you don't want to get audited or anything. And we've been hearing about some of that stuff. But I tell you what, if you are during that Thanksgiving break doing any holiday shopping, you might want to check out our classifieds because, Karen, what is a better gift than getting a metal forming machine?
I know. And there's 2 new ones that just popped up this week. I think there's a new tech machine out there, and then there's another one too. So please check them out, and you may be getting your business
Christmas shopping on the coffee shop.
A nice gift.
Check the classifieds. Well, Karen, happy holidays. Have a wonderful week. Happy holidays to all of our friends out there. We're here. We're bringing the information, and we just are so thankful. Speaking of Thanksgiving, we are so thankful for all of you. Thank you for being a part of this community and for everything you do.
Yeah, thanks. Bye.
Have a great week. Talk to you later. Bye.